is Mia.
Hello.
I'm Alpha, and today we're going to show you how to do a good tennis warm-up before your training.
Yep, so to make sure that your muscles are nice and supple and that you can feel ready to hit the balls without being worried that you're going to get injured.
It's very important, especially as now it's getting colder.
So the first exercise we're going to do are lateral movement side steps, which will allow the whole body to be warmed up and to be able to release the back, which is very important because in tennis we have lots of side-to-side movements and we don't want the back to get stuck. So this exercise we can do it 4 or 5 times depending on how warm you feel.
Now we're going to do side steps, followed by another series of warm-up for the lower half of the body. So you can do that several times. Then you follow it by this, which warms up the hamstrings. This which warms up your calf muscles, your Achilles tendon, and loosens the feet.
Exercise is also to gain momentum as you do it. So the first time you'd use it as a practice, the second time you go a bit faster, the third time you go a bit faster, and on the fourth and final time you really try and speed up so it can be realistic to what you might find on the court. This next exercise that we're going to do is going to help us with our center of gravity so that we're stable when we hit the ball, because often what happens is when we hit the ball we are reaching out or not on a good position, and that really affects the quality of your ball, and just simple little things like that can really enhance your game. So we're going to do this exercise 4 times, 10 each way on each leg.
Yes, so now we're going to go to the dynamic stretching part of the warm-up, which is like a static stretch, but in movement so you don't get your muscles stuck. So you can do this first, your adductors and your hip joint. You do it both sides, you do about 10 times, going further with each swing. Make sure you keep your knee bent on the other side, so this knee mustn't be locked. Do the other side. Try and keep your back and your upper body facing forwards while the other side, or the lower half, is rotating. And then you move to doing it in this direction, which warms up the rear part of your leg, so your hamstrings, calf muscle, and then the lower half of your foot. And the other side. So you mustn't try and force it, it really has to be gradual. The amplitude increases with each movement. On the upper body, you need to have like a loose type of elastic like this with handles, preferably, if you can. Otherwise you can just use like an elastic that you can pull with your hands as long as it doesn't slip. So tie it around a post that won't move, and don't make it too tense, just a little bit, just enough that you can feel your muscles warming up. So this is warming up the muscles at the top of your body at the back. Keep your arms bent, and when you reach this angle, you stop. Do this about 10 times. Then you move to an opening movement. Keep your arms slightly bent, wrists firm. And this is more the front of your muscles and behind at the top as well. You might feel pulling a little bit in your triceps as well. Once you've done that, you can move a tiny bit closer and stop. Start to gradually bring your arms together whilst keeping the tension. And the same distance between both of your arms. All the way down to here. Once you've done that, you can move to the other side, so the elastic's behind you. And the same thing, but going downwards this time. So you need to feel tension in your arms and make sure your core is contracted so that you don't pull any muscles as you're warming up, especially if it's cold.
So now I'm going to show you the final exercise for the upper body warm-up. So we're going to do this 10 times on each side, and then we're going to do it 3 times. So 3 times on each side. Right, now I'm going to be showing you a part of the warm-up which allows your cardio to warm up, because it's important that your body is warm, as I said before in the beginning. If all your muscles are warm, well then you're less likely to be prone to injury. And in my warm-ups, I always like to put a fun bit to it, because if something is fun, you're more likely to stick to it. Even though a warm-up isn't really an option, especially in the winter, you really need to emphasize on making sure, more than in the summer, that all your muscles are warm. And so this last exercise is a very fun one, and it's a bit out of the ordinary, but nevertheless it does the job. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some jumping jacks. We're going to do that 30 times, and then you can do it again 3 or 4 times depending on how warm you feel.
Are you warm yet?